Big vibes, stay blessed or say less. It's your boy Black Finesse. We are here to watch the Cosmic Explainer once again. I'm actually gonna watch two of these videos because there's two of them I'm actually intrigued with, but this one is every sport explained in 8 minutes. So hopefully he explains. I'm not gonna expect him to explain every detail of like how to play the sport, but I guess this is more like a basis or like what is really done. Because for example, I don't really understand 100% tennis. I don't really understand 100% golf. What else is down there? Squash, table tennis, kind of like tennis, kind of same thing. Handball seems pretty straightforward. A lot of this stuff seems pretty straightforward, but some I don't really understand as far as points. But let's get it.
Soccer. Soccer, also known as football in many countries, is a team sport played between two teams of 11 players each. The objective is to score goals by getting the ball into the opposing team's goal. Players primarily use their feet to kick the ball, but they can also use their heads or torsos. Basketball. Basketball is a fast-paced sport, played on a rectangular court with a hoop at each end. The objective is to score points by shooting a ball through the opponent's hoop while preventing them from doing the same. Players dribble the ball with their hands and use passing, dribbling, and shooting skills to outscore their opponents.
Okay, this is more like a basis.
Football. American football is played on a rectangular field with goalposts at each end. The aim is to advance an oval-shaped ball into the opponent's end zone to score points. Teams alternate between offense and defense, with players using a combination of running, passing, and kicking to move the ball and stop the opposing team. Rugby.
Where you going,
Rugby is a rough-and-tumble team sport played with an oval ball on a rectangular field. Two teams of 15 players each aim to score points by carrying, passing, or kicking the ball into the opponent's goal area, called the try-zone. Unlike American football, rugby allows continuous play without regular stoppages, except for specific rules, or when the ball goes out of bounds. Cricket. Cricket is a bat and ball game played between two teams of 11 players each on an oval-shaped field. The game is divided into innings, with one team batting while the other fields. The batting team's goal is to score runs by hitting the ball and running between two sets of wickets, while the fielding team aims to dismiss the batsman and limit the runs scored. Cricket involves a combination of batting, bowling, and fielding skills, and can be played in various formats, including test matches, one-day internationals, and 2020 matches. Hockey.
Wow,
Hockey is a
that one makes
fast-paced
no
sport
sense,
played
but
on a
okay.
field
It's
or
kind of
ice
like
rink,
baseball,
depending
I
on the
guess.
variant. Two teams of players use hockey sticks to move a small, hard ball or puck and score goals by hitting it into the opponent's net. The game involves passing, dribbling, and shooting skills, along with strategic positioning and teamwork. Variants include field hockey, played on grass or artificial turf, and ice hockey, played on ice. Volleyball. Volleyball is a team sport played on a rectangular court divided by a net. Each team aims to score points by grounding the ball on the opponent's side of the court, or forcing them to make a mistake. Players use their hands or arms to hit the ball over the net, with each team allowed 3 touches before the ball must be returned. Handball. Handball is a team sport played on a court with goals at each end. Teams of 7 players, including a goalkeeper, aim to score goals by throwing a ball into the opponent's net while preventing them from doing the same. Players move the ball by passing, dribbling, or shooting.
So how do you steal the ball from them? You tackle them?
Fast-paced action and quick transitions between offense and defense. Water polo. Water polo is played in a pool, with 2 teams aiming to score goals by throwing a ball into the opponent's net. Players use a combination of swimming, passing, and shooting skills while treading water. Matches are typically divided into 4 quarters, and players must possess strong swimming abilities, along with tactics and teamwork, to score and defend against their opponents.
That's a lot of movement.
Lacrosse. Lacrosse is a team sport played with a small rubber ball
and a
long handled stick called a lacrosse stick. 2 teams compete to score goals by shooting the ball into the opponent's net. Players can catch, carry, and pass the ball with their sticks, and use body contact to defend and gain possession. Lacrosse can be played on both fields or indoors. Tennis. Tennis is a racket sport played on a rectangular court with a net in the middle.
Why does he sound so mad?
To hit a ball back and forth over the net, aiming to land it within the boundaries of the opponent's side of the court. The objective is to score points by making the ball unreturnable for the opponent, or by forcing them to commit an error. Tennis can be played individually or in pairs, and matches are typically divided into sets, with each set consisting of games. Badminton. Badminton is a racket sport played on a rectangular court divided by a net. Players use lightweight rackets to hit a shuttlecock back and forth.
Why are you getting loud?
Aiming to land it within the opponent's side of the court. The objective is to score points by making the shuttlecock land in the opponent's court, or by forcing them to commit an error.
It's like a lightweight
Badminton
tennis.
can be played in singles or doubles, and matches are typically played to the best of 3 games. Table tennis. Table tennis, also known as ping pong, is an indoor sport played on a table divided
Much
by a
harder.
net. Players use small paddles to hit a lightweight ball back and forth over the net, aiming to land it within the opponent's side of the table. The objective is to score points by making the ball bounce twice on the opponent's side, or by forcing them to commit an error. Table tennis can be played in singles or doubles, and matches are typically played to the best of 5 games. Squash. Squash is a high-speed indoor racket sport played on a 4-walled court with a small, hollow rubber ball. Players use rackets to hit the ball against the front wall, aiming to make it land within the boundaries without being returned by the opponent. The objective is to outmaneuver the opponent and score points by hitting the ball beyond their reach or by forcing them to commit an error. Squash can be played in singles or doubles, and matches are typically played to the best of 3 or 5 games. Boxing. Boxing is a combat sport where 2 opponents, typically wearing protective gloves, engage in a fight. The objective is to land punches on the opponent while avoiding their punches. Points are awarded for clean and effective punches, with knockouts or referee stoppages leading to victory. Boxers compete in rounds. Usually
They basically
lasting
beat
3
each other
minutes,
up till
with breaks
someone
in between.
passes out.
Golf. Golf is a precision club
Someone
and
gets
ball
knocked-
sport
gets
played
knocked
on a
out.
course with a series of holes. Players aim to hit a small ball into each hole with as few strokes as possible. The course typically consists of 18 holes, although shorter versions with 9 holes are also common. Golfers use a variety of clubs designed for different distances and situations, such as drivers for long shots and putters for short shots on the green. It's played individually or in teams, and the player with the lowest total score wins. Swimming. Swimming is a water-based sport where individuals move through the water using various strokes and
Still he a
techniques.
little bit.
Competitors race against each other in different distances and styles, such as freestyle, breaststroke, backstroke, and butterfly. Swimmers propel themselves using arm and leg movements while coordinating their breathing. Races can take place in pools or open water. Cycling. Cycling involves riding bicycles in a racing competition. Athletes participate in races
one's pretty
across
common
different
sense.
terrains and distances, such as road cycling, track cycling, mountain biking, and BMX racing. Formula One racing. Formula One racing is a premier motorsport series. The sport involves racing high-performance single-seater cars on circuits around the globe. Teams and drivers compete in a series of races known as Grand Prix, aiming to score points based on their finishing positions in each race.
This is hard,
Formula One
especially if
cars
he's starting
are
in the back.
technologically advanced machines capable of reaching speeds exceeding 200 miles per hour and pulling extreme G-forces in corners. MotoGP racing. MotoGP racing is the premier motorcycle racing championship, featuring the world's top riders competing on high-performance motorcycles. The championship consists of a series of races held on various circuits around the world. Riders compete in different classes, including MotoGP, Moto2, and Moto3, each featuring different engine capacities and technical specifications. MotoGP bikes are purpose-built racing machines capable of incredible speeds. NASCAR racing. NASCAR, short for the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing, is a premier motorsport series in the United States.
And just driving
it features
left.
high-speed racing events on oval tracks, predominantly in North America. NASCAR races typically involve stock cars, which are modified production cars, competing in various series, including the NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR Xfinity Series, and NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. Drivers compete in races ranging from short tracks to super speedways. Horse racing. Horse racing is a sport where horses, typically thoroughbreds, compete in races, either on flat tracks or over obstacles such as hurdles or fences. Races can vary in distance and format, with the most common being flat racing and steeplechase racing. Jockeys ride the horses and compete to be the first to cross the finish line.
Basically,
Boat
it's just
racing.
one quick lap, I
Boat
think.
racing is a competitive water sport where participants race against each other in various types of watercraft, such as powerboats, sailboats, and rowing shells. Races can take place in rivers, lakes, or oceans, and can vary in distance and course
Oceans
layout.
is crazy.
Popular forms of boat racing include powerboat racing, sailboat racing, including yacht racing,
Yacht.
rowing competitions,
Little yachty.
and dragon boat racing. If
Me
you
out,
enjoyed
bitch.
this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe.
Shout out to your boy. All right. Hope you liked the video. Of course, I didn't exactly still understand cricket. Cricket didn't make sense about people trying to make sure he doesn't, I guess, feel the inner thing or whatever it was. I was a little confused there. But I need y'all to comment down below a little bit more detail on cricket. Comment and subscribe down below. It is your boy Black Finesse. We are out.